Welcome to Dante's combo guide. Dante is the most complex character in the game. Doing this video was already a monumental task, let alone if I went into all the details for every style, for every weapon. The video would be probably an hour long, maybe even longer. No one wants to watch that, so I decided to make this video as simple as possible, explaining some of the mechanics, giving you tips on how to achieve highest possible combo ranks, which really isn't that problematic with Dante, and how to use certain weapons and styles. At his disposal, Dante has 4 styles and 8 weapons, 4 of them being guns and 4 of them being melee weapons. All of them have insane amount of moves, especially when combined with certain styles. Royal Guard and Trickster are mostly defensive stances that can be especially useful against bosses, but they have also uses in every situation, while Gunslinger and Swordmaster are offensive based styles that modify how guns and melee weapons behave. Leveling these styles gives more moves that you can use. It is highly beneficial to do so, because more variety can lead to easier combo ranks. I really don't want to tell you what to use and how to play, because there are so many combinations possible and it's gonna depend on what kind of style you prefer and what weapons you like. You can play Dante with only one weapon and one style and still reach AAA stylish rank. I recommend checking out skill list and going to the void to practice these moves. You don't need to know every single move for every single weapon, that's pointless and you're just gonna get confused, especially if you use all the weapons at once. Let's talk about Dante's melee weapons. Balrog is my favorite one because you can switch from kick to punch mode, and every mode has its own variety of attacks, especially when used in Swordmaster style. There's so many great moves and it is the most complex weapon to use out of all of them. Make sure to practice switching modes for Balrog, and when you master that you can see how easy it is to reach highest possible ranks, even when using only this weapon. King Cerberus are nunchucks that do 3 types of elemental damage. It's got wide variety of attacks and it's also very easy to reach SSS style rank. By holding attack button you charge weapon with electricity. When using back plus attack, when locked on you'll perform frost move, and in Swordmaster style fire moves are performed by using circle or B button. Combining all of these 3 is extremely fun and quite devastating as well. Next one is Bike. This thing has really powerful but slow combos, and it's got great way to cover distance in Swordmaster form by pressing circle or B button. Unique function of this weapon is that your combo rank is not reduced when being hit when attacking with this weapon. You still receive damage, but combo rank is not reduced, unless there are just too many attacks at once or it's one very powerful attack that will knock you down even in the middle of combo. However, most attacks won't bring combo rank down when attacking with this weapon. Last one is the sword. There are 3 versions of sword. One is Rebellion, the one that you start with. Second one is Sword of Sparda, and third one is Devil Sword Dante. Devil Sword Dante is the most upgraded version of all of these 3 because it's got highest variety of moves, but they all have same button inputs for certain moves. In Swordmaster form, smaller blades are summoned that can do a couple of attacks. Swords are controlled with B or circle button. To check out which attacks it can do, go to skill list section. Let's talk about Gunslinger style now. Dante has 4 guns, though I would suggest not bringing Dr. Faust to missions unless you are performing some kind of red orb farming run. Use these 3 only, or maybe 2 if 3 is too much for you. You can even use only guns and be extremely efficient, just because of the Gunslinger form. Gunslinger adds different movesets that you can perform by pressing circle or B button, and it makes guns a lot more fun to play with. More ranks in Gunslinger provides more moves for every weapon. Don't forget to go into skill list section and check Gunslinger mode for specific movesets that you can do in this mode with every gun. Ebony and Ivory are especially good in gunslinging form. Instead of having to charge shots for yourself, they now auto-charge. By firing with B button, these explosive bullets will stagger enemies. When quickly alternating between X and the B button, you'll enter a stance where Dante shoots every enemy around him depending on what direction you choose. There's also rapid fire mode, by locking onto target and then pressing back to forward, followed by B button. By combining only these 2 with normal shots, you can get highest possible combo ranks easily. By combining Gunslinger and Swordmaster form, Dante has no issues in achieving any kind of high combo ranks. It's actually quite easy getting to triple S rank and staying there. Process here is quite simple. Do combo with one weapon, fire in between with any gun, switch to another weapon, do combo, fire with gun, switch to another weapon, do combo, fire with any gun. And that's all you have to do. That is why it is not necessary to learn every single move for every single weapon, because there's so much variety even in normal combos that you can pull off, that highest possible ranks are easy to achieve. Add on top of all that devil form, actually 2 devil forms, that speed up the process, and you have on your hands an absolute monster. There are some things to mention about devil forms. Normal devil form decreases chance of having your combo rank reduced when taking hit, but there are some attacks that will eventually break you down and reduce combo rank. If you are stingy about devil form usage, then you can turn it off and on during combos, just to perform one combo in devil form to get that combo rank up, and then switching back to normal form. Second devil mode is just ridiculous. There's even less chance that your combo rank will be reduced and you'll do massive damage to enemies, with combo ranks going up fast every time you hit an enemy. I won't spend too much time talking about Trickster, it's the simplest style of them all. It gives you additional dodge that helps tremendously against bosses, and in higher ranks it gives very useful function to teleport to enemy immediately by locking onto target and pressing B in that direction. Royal Guard is, in my opinion, most advanced style of them all. It gives block to Dante. However, upon successful block, Devil Trigger gauge gets depleted unless your timing is perfect. This can be incredibly tough to pull off against many enemies at once. More enemies you battle against, more chances that your guard will break, because you are likely to receive many attacks in quick succession, which will lead to Devil Trigger gauge getting depleted very fast. Royal Guard has special gauge of its own that is filled with successful blocks. Energy stored with successful blocks can be utilized into huge blast that can do massive damage to enemies. Damage done depends on energy stored. More energy you have stored, more damage you'll do. If there is at least one energy charge available, you can also do counter-attack move. That is being done by locking onto target and then pressing back and holding B button. Dante then enters stance and counters first enemy that hits him. This will expend one royal gauge, and it can only be done if there is at least one royal gauge available. Be careful when using this move against lots of enemies at once, because when countering the enemy that hits you, you'll be stuck in animation and other enemies can exploit that. There is also one more powerful move in Royal Guard that can be done. However, it is extremely difficult to do. Timing needs to be perfect. Slightly before the attack connects, lock onto target, press forward and B. If timing is correct, you're gonna do massive damage to enemies, and combo rank will rise significantly. As I've said, there are plenty of ways how to play Dante, depends on what you want to focus on. Maybe you want to go with all weapons at once, maybe you want to go with only 2 weapons, up to you. Point is that you can be very efficient with any tactic that you choose. First practice a bit in the void to understand some of the movesets, and you will be prepared for the real thing. There are many specific moves that work fantastic in certain scenarios, but here are 2 things that I would definitely recommend for any Dante player to learn. One is to incorporate Bike's attack that launches enemy in the air while in Swordmaster form. That attack is performed by locking onto target, pressing back, plus B. That will launch any enemy that you catch into the air. Then you can follow up with triple B combo or do just 2 B attacks, then follow up with full triangle combo and then switch back to B. Point is that you can keep enemies in the air for quite a long time and also get that combo rank up really fast. Second thing is to learn to switch between Balrog modes, that is kick and punch mode. Balrog is such an amazing weapon and you can have most fun in the game with it, and achieving highest combo ranks with that weapon becomes so easy when that has been mastered. That will be pretty much it for this guide. I hope this helps in understanding how to play Dante. There's just too many things to cover, but most of them can be learned by simply going to skill list and attempting every move for yourself to understand what it does. By doing that, your understanding of Dante will rise significantly. Even if you can't be arsed, simply switching weapons constantly and doing single combo and then going to devil form, throwing in couple of gun attacks in between will give you highest possible ranks with ease, as long as you don't get hit. If you have any tips on how to play Dante, do post in comments. I'm sure everyone will appreciate it. Thank you all for watching and see you all soon.
Good.